Welcome back to Vicious Views, and today we are viewing Inside Season 2, which is Sidemens reality TV show. I will say that it was a very good season. I think the cast worked out really well. It's the same concept as Season 1. If you haven't watched Season 1, it's basically people go into a house for 7 days, no phones, no communication with the outside world, and they have to basically compete to get to the end. But they have this temptation with a shop where they can buy items. So they all have a grand prize pot of 1 million, I think it's euros or pounds or whatever it is. And with the shop, every time they buy something, their prize money goes down. They also get temptation of every player, or I think every player gets offered a temptation, which if they take their temptation, a cash prize gets decreased. They also have challenges. If they do poorly in the challenges, the cash prize goes down. If they do well, sometimes I think they are rewarded, so they get a little bit more money. But yeah, there's a bunch of things and little challenges, and obviously the shop constantly changes and they keep spending money, and the prize money always goes down. And then at the end, usually what they do is a split or steal kind of situation. I won't really spoil what happens this season with it, and then the finalists kind of choose whether to split or steal the money at the end, whatever the prize pool is, whether it's fucking £10 or £100,000. Season 1, I think they split £150,000, so it was 75 each, the two finalists. You'll have to watch. I won't spoil how many people get to the final. Could be 2, could be 3, could be 4, could be 5. Don't know. But there's obviously eliminations throughout. The eliminations were kind of different. They've thrown a little spin this season. They didn't do it like Season 1, which I do kind of enjoy that, because if you go exactly what you did in Season 1, it's kind of predictable with what happens. I do think with a reality TV show that what makes it good is if you have a good core and the twists, you make them different. They did very well this season. I think the casting was great. The formats work very well with this cast. Like I said, I do think the Season 1 cast was just goated, but it's unfair to kind of say Season 1 was better than Season 2 because of the casting. Because the casting are two very different groups, and I think you can't take people from Season 2, put them in Season 1. It just doesn't work. Like, you can't really switch them. I think the two groups are good groups of casts. Now, we did see that they're going to be a US version of Inside, which that will be very interesting to see. A YouTuber, Stephen Tries, which is, if you're in the UK and you're into YouTube, you definitely know who Stephen Tries is. He does kind of like the narrating of the show. I don't think he's going to do the US. I hope he does the US, but I think they will do their own little, they'll get someone else to do the narrating for the US. I don't think Stephen will do it. We'll have to see, because I think Netflix is most likely going to start getting more involved. I do hope the Sidemens still stay heavily involved, but we'll review that when that season comes out. But yeah, back to Season 2. I think it flowed well. I think that the challenges were pretty fun. They kept them very similar but different in a way, just to keep it more entertaining. Like I said earlier, what would I give this season out of 10? I think I'd give it a 7, a solid 7. I think it's a good watch for their first season on Netflix, which they definitely are going to get a lot more people watching the Netflix thing, because I mean, nowadays who the hell doesn't have Netflix? So yeah, I definitely do think it's a good watch. I'll give it a solid 7 out of 10. Very interested to see what they do in the future. Yeah, but that's going to be my take on Inside Season 2. I don't really want to get into spoils, because some people maybe have not watched it. I mean, the last episode only came out today. But yeah, I think the casting was good. It was a solid 7 out of 10. Very excited to see what Simon do in the future. That's going to be it for the video today. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.